Alrighty, greetings, faculty members. Today is October 27th, 2025. I've heard a lot about 3i Atlas being recharged, refueled by the sun, perihelium. I don't know what all this stuff means, but I do believe this is a monumental event that is talking about the second coming of Jesus Christ. How would that be welcomed and seen in today's modern world? So that was the question I had begun to ask myself 8 years ago now. And it has led me here. So today I want to just, I don't know. There's this whole thing about Group 7, G7, energy, elite. There's also this talk of delayed C. No. Aisha, welcome. Let me take this background off for a second. If I can. Yeah, hope everybody had a great weekend. I think I just wanted to kind of start off reading parts of the Quran and parts of the Bible. Starting with Surah 53 on Najm, I believe, parts of the Quran. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I call to witness every part of the Quran when it is revealed that your comrade Muhammad has neither deviated from true guidance in his practices, nor has he erred in his beliefs. He does not say anything out of his own fanciful desire. This Quran is nothing but pure revelation, revealed to him by God. The Lord of mighty powers has taught him this discourse. The Lord, whose powers become manifest in manifold and frequent ways, with the result that he, this messenger of God, attained perfection and fullest vigor, both intellectually and physically. And he attained to the zenith of heights in his spiritual ascension. Then he drew near to him, and afterwards he descended to humankind for their guidance, so that he became, as it were, one cord to two bows, or closer still. Then he revealed that excellent and mighty Quranic revelation which he had to send to his servant Muhammad, whose mind made no mistake in the interpretation of that which he saw during the ascension. Will you doubt and dispute with him concerning that sight which he saw with his own eyes, it being no figment of imagination? And of course he saw him in his another manifestation to him yet another time. It was near the Sidra, which stands at the farthest end of knowledge, near where also is the garden, which is the real eternal abode. This was when the sublime thing, the divine manifestation, which was to cover Sidra, had covered it. When he saw the divine manifestation, his eyes deviated not from the certainty of the truth, nor did it wander away from the invincible faith on which he stood. It was the moment when he saw the greatly important signs of his Lord. Have you had a look at Lot and Uzzah, the gods of idolaters, and another, the third, goddess of no account, Manat? What an ignoble idea you have. Are you to have the sons and he the daughters? That indeed is an unjust division and unbecoming from your own point of view, which looks upon the birth of a daughter with condemnation. The fact is that these are mere names bearing no significance which you have coined, you and your forefathers, for which Allah has revealed no authority for their being worshipped as gods and goddesses. These idol worshippers follow nothing but mere conjectures and the fancies of their own minds. They do this even though true guidance has already come to them from their Lord. Can a person always have whatever he desires? Rather, all the blessings of the hereafter, as well as those of this present life, belong to Allah. Behold, so many an angel is there in the heavens, but their intercession can be of no avail, except after Allah has given them permission regarding him whom he wills and with whom he is pleased. Verily, it is only those who do not believe in the hereafter and who give feminine names to the angels because they ascribe them to Allah as his daughters. But they have no knowledge of the matter. They follow nothing but conjecture. Yet by no means can a conjecture be a substitute for the established truth. So turn aside from him who turns away from our remembrance and seeks nothing but the present life. That is the highest attainment of their knowledge. Verily, your Lord knows very well those who go astray from his path, as he knows very well those who follow the right guidance. And all that lies in the heavens and all that lies in the earth belongs to Allah alone. The result of this is that he recompenses the evil doers according to the evil of their deeds and rewards those who do good deeds with the fairest reward. Those who avoid grave sins and open shameful deeds, but who are sometimes guilty only of minor offenses, will find your Lord is Lord of immense protection, and resorts to his mercy in such cases. He knows you full well, since when he created you from the earth and when you were embryos in the wombs of your mothers, so make no pretensions to the purity of your souls. It is he who knows best, who truly and fully guards against evil. Welcome, everybody. Just reading Surah 53, Ayah 33 at the moment. Have you taken notice of the one who turns away from guidance and gives but a little in the cause of Allah and does it grudgingly? Has he the knowledge of the unseen so that he can see his own future? Has he not been informed of the contents of the scriptures of Moses and those of Abraham who thoroughly and faithfully fulfilled the commandments of his Lord? The scriptures say that no soul that bears a burden shall bear the burden of another soul, and that a human being will have to his account what he strives for, and that his strivings shall necessarily be seen and evaluated. Then will he be recompensed fully and fairly, and that to your Lord is the eventual return, and that is he alone who makes people laugh and weep, and that it is he alone who causes death and brings to life, and that he himself created the two species, male and female, from a sperm drop when it was emitted, and it is he upon whom rests the raisings of the dead again to life, and that it is he who fulfills the needs and endows the gift of capital contentment and grants wealth, and that it is he who is the Lord of Sirius, a star worshipped by some polytheists, and that he destroyed the ancient tribe of Ad and the tribe of Talmud, so that he spared not a single soul of them, and he destroyed the people of Noah before them. They were extremely wicked and most rebellious, and that it is he who totally pulled down the subverted cities, Sodom and Gomorrah, of the people of Lot. So they were completely covered with that which overwhelms when the punishment befalls. O human being, which of the bounties of your Lord will you then doubt and dispute? This prophet is a warner towards all the peoples of the worlds, from among the series of warners to one particular people of old. The hour of punishment that was promised to come has drawn nigh. None can avert this doom besides Allah. Do you then wonder at this announcement and yet pay no heed to it? For on hearing the mention of the hour of punishment, you laugh rather than weep, and you remain proudly heedless and haughty. You should better prostrate yourselves before Allah and worship Him. Inshallah. Okay, so give me a second there. Oof. I mean, there's the announcement, I guess, is nigh. Nigh. Okay, let's see. What the heck is going on? Mr. Shiny, how are ya? Oh, Sparky. How's it going, Spark? What is going on here? I have no idea. Sparky, how's it going, Pickle? How are you? So, I don't know. What's everybody talking about on TikTok? G7s? The G7 trend? Where are you guys at with that? Argos? Gosh, what is going on with my backgrounds here? This is just frustrating, to say the least. What is going on here? Coast Sterling, yeah, I'm having some technical difficulties back here with the background. Okay. So I began this wanting to actually announce the day is nigh, which okay. So when I read first chapter of Genesis as a mathematical kind of matrix, you know, I believe like it's totally giving form, dimensions, Ice Beat, what's up? Um, so when I read, just in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, right? So here is three nouns, right? God, who is creating or created heavens and the earth. Okay. And this is where our minds want to like immediately connect firm, I guess, definitions to these words, heavens and earth. Stardust, welcome to the live. Adrian, welcome. Excuse me. Woo. Forgive me. um, yeah, so I don't know. Like, the earth was without form, right? So, like a vacuum, and void, right? And darkness was on the face of the deep, right? So, a lot of like figurative language. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Like, apostolic truth? What is that? Like, I don't know. Like, I just pause right there and have to really start like painting a picture, right? There was darkness upon the face of the deep, right? So there's darkness, no form, just void, right? In the beginning. That's what the earth was. The earth at this time just was formless, okay? Darkness. So these are things that we know. Darkness upon the face of the deep. So, and then the Spirit of God is hovering over the face of the waters. OG American, welcome. And this is where then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light, right? And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. So this is where Albert Einstein's like E equals MC squared is very thought-provoking, right? Do I have to mirror this? Give me 1 second. Okay, right? E equals MC squared. And mass and energy are interchangeable at this point. So if I ask you, just like, how do you get the value for mass, right? If these are interchangeable, obviously you just do simple algebra. You divide c squared on both sides to single out mass. So then mass equals E equals E over c squared, right? Like, gosh, simple, right? Does that make sense? Now, if we were asked to do the same and single out just c squared based on E equals mc squared, that would be E over m, right? So here are just different values for E and mass and the speed of light squared, which they say is a constant value squared. But then there was, somebody could come and say c squared is a squared plus b squared, right? Pythagorean theorem. But again, the speed of light squared equals energy divided by mass. And this is where the word Hashem like totally like comes into play for me. It's a hash between E and M hash M. So it's all mathematical to me. But again, here's the thought-provoking part of it. To get the value for C, which is light, right? It's light multiplied squared upon itself for the speed of light. But that to me made no sense. But if we're just looking at it mathematically, C would then equal the square root of E over M, right? But the thing about the square root of any number is that it could be a positive or a negative. So here is where the term darkness and light come into play for me, right? Dark matter, dark energy, all of it starts making sense. Make sense? So, yeah, take a picture of that, Charles. Make sure, simple that. Now, here's where dimensions start coming in, right? Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Thus God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, right? Okay, so here's like a term. Benny, welcome. Friday, welcome. So if there's like waters above, let's call that plus, and then the waters below, right? These are like quantum mechanics, like terms, top and bottom, right? So here is the firmament which God created to divide the waters which were above, up top, and then the waters which were on the bottom. And God called this firmament heaven, right? So heaven is just what divides top from bottom, okay? And then on the third day, let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so, okay? So here's the bottom waters. And there is like a dry land, right? Dry land or mass, right? Here's a land mass that comes up from the waters, and God called the dry land earth. So here is earth, okay? So it's not like planetary definitions. It's, I guess, boundary lines or variables, if that makes sense. Theist, thank you for liking the live and joining and participating. I'm just trying to document just like how I can mathematically just illustrate like the days mathematically, you know, just going verse by verse, if that makes any sense. And we are on day 3 when he creates the earth, right? And then after this, God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called the seas, right? The seas, which could be the letter C, meaning light, right? And then remember the seas. God let the earth, so he does a lot on the third day. And then let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night. Okay, so the lights. So here's C. The days from the night. How do you, Coach? Welcome. Assalamu alaikum. So the lights in the sky to divide the day and the night, right? Which is what? the light which is good and the light which is darkness. Not evil, but darkness. That's the differentiation or distinction, right? God called the light day, the darkness he called night, right? So the light, let there be lights in the sky. So yeah, C, positive C, maybe even negative C's, right? Up here too. And this is where the whole term gluons and photons, if you know the standard model for the God particle. So, I mean, it's just a different way to kind of start thinking about this because something's happening, guys. I don't know if you guys have heard anything about just the interstellar visitor 3i Atlas and its entourage, as they call it. It's coming with an entourage. Booga, welcome. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of exciting stuff happening, and I believe it's all related to a big, like, what they call a black swan event, right? Like, what is going on with these backgrounds, man? The solar flare. Oh, here we go. I might be able to work with this. Okay. Our team, Luisa, welcome. So a little bit of science class with language arts. Let me get off camera here for a second. Let me flip this. Okay, so here's the standard model. So what does this like mean to you? I wish I could do it the other one. Give me 1 second. Dodgers fan, welcome. How are the Dodgers doing? Are they? I believe they won, like game one. Dodgers have the Korean player, right? Tied. Wait, like the series is tied right now? 1-1, or the game. Either way, good luck, Dodgers. Who are they playing? Canada, Montreal, like Toronto. Is it the Maple Leafs? Rev Joey. Oh, score is tied. What inning are they in? Blue Jays, yeah, Toronto Blue Jays. I like heard an article about just how like Canada is really like coming together and rallying for the Blue Jays to just take this whole series. Top of the ninth. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I am not. I'm from Colorado, so we have the Rockies, which we're never really. Excuse me, a couple seasons, but yeah, these Broncos this year. Woo. Actually, I forgot we won the Chiefs game. That's still going on. Let me try to get some. What is going on? Let's see. AI wallpaper? What? I don't know. What the heck is this? Quit that. What is going on with my background, man? Yo, that was wild as heck. I think I just saw a UFO, guys. That was seriously wild. Like, I like look out. It was like, I don't know. I didn't have my glass on, but that was just like super loud. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but that was just crazy. Chilly, chilly. Oh my gosh. Yeah.